Welcome to Danimal's House, everyone. Today we're going to talk about a cold air intake mod on a Ford F-150 Lariat 2022 model with the 5.0 engine. I'm going to let you know what the Roush Performance intake looks like, whether or not I'm going to keep it, and talk about why we think these are good for our trucks. Let's get started. So the basic concept here, everybody, I mean, you kind of know, or you probably know, I mean, this is the stock intake for cold air. You're looking at cold air that's going to go through the front, and it's going to come up and go in here. It goes through your filtering process, and then eventually it makes its way to the throttle body. So the idea with an external mod as a cold air intake is just to have a higher volume of airflow with less restrictions so that the engine can have more oxygen when it wants it. So the whole concept is that it's going to add a little bit of horsepower, add a little throttle response. I do believe that is the case. We're talking maybe 10 horsepower, and it feels a little bit different and it sounds a little bit different in a positive way. But I'm going to walk you through my install with this Roush unit and let you know my thoughts on it. So I've got the RoushPerformance.com cold air intake here for the F-150. I've got a 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat 5.0, and apparently the 2018 through the 2022, it's the same product that fits. First thing I noticed here is on the instructions, it says 2018. That was listed as the only available download that I could find for installing this on the 2022. So one of the things I'm seeing, it was super easy to pull out the stock intake. And when we look at how the new one fits in there, it definitely takes up a little more space. And there's no doubt that this thing is bigger. So I could see where it's going to have probably better airflow. But one of the things I just have to point out here, guys, is this cold air intake tube is reused from the old one. There's just a little screw down there that pops out, and that goes into the new box. Well, this is a very sloppy fit. Okay, if I'm spending 150 bucks on a cold air intake, I expect this. I do not expect to spend $450 on a piece of equipment and have it fit this sloppy. Like, we're talking like a half-inch gap here from where it's supposed to be, and all around we're looking at like up to an 8-inch or 1/8-inch gap for air to come in. And I don't really care about the air. It's just that I wanted to seal that up, so I put some silicone sealant on there. But that's not really what I expect for 450 bucks. Again, if I'm buying the cheap one, no big deal. But I'm pretty disappointed right now so far, and I haven't even got the thing started. So, all right, we'll continue. All right, so I'm back. I got a little farther here on this install. I got the filter put in. This is actually a great filter. I work in the heating and cooling industry, and I can kind of tell when a filter is a quality filter. This is definitely a good quality filter, but I got another problem. You see light back here? Okay, you should not be able to see my finger. I can stick my finger through that hole. That is way too much gap right there. And then over here, I'm looking at putting this piece on the throttle body, and I'm trying to get this piece on the throttle body, and I am really going pretty hard to try to get that on there. I can't really get it, and so it's just like, I don't know. Actually, maybe it went okay, but this is no good. Okay, this is no good. Look at how when I got this to work, it deforms the other side. What does that tell you? It tells you it's too tight. Okay, this kit is not manufactured nearly well enough for what I think is acceptable for that kind of money. What is going to happen with this? There's so much pressure on here. There's all kinds of heat around here. This thing is probably going to crack or wreck over time. This is no good at all. I'm taking this thing back out, and I'm sending it back, and I'm going to get my money back. And this is a really bad taste in my mouth for Roush. So, it is what it is. All right, guys, you look for YouTube for some honest reviews. everybody that I looked at was all excited about the, 10 extra horse or whatever they got. I mean, to me, this is a problem. I plan on keeping this truck for as long as the thing will keep running, and I'm gonna have problems with this in, I don't know, 5, 8, 10 years, whatever. I'm gonna have problems with this. And this whole concept of sealed combustion that we read about in the features and benefits, that's just not true. And again, if this was a cheap product, I would expect that, but this is a premium. This is the most expensive air intake that I could find, and it's definitely getting returned. So, all right, guys. Hey, if you like the episode, appreciate the feedback from out in the field. Give me a like, please, and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more content. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next episode of The Animals House.